Hello there, Gemini. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are doing your September General Tarot reading. So, we'll take a look at the overall energies for the month using the Oracle cards, and then we're going to move to the Tarot for more details about any obstacles or advice that Spirit has for you. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's get into your reading. Let's see what we have coming up for you, Gemini. Your readings have been so amazing lately. So let's see what we have. Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Okay, so, let's see what we have here. Scarab Beetle Spirit, magic works through you. I feel as if there's a little bit of an energy. I think it's kind of like the energy that I'm getting is that you're really excited because, Mars went into Gemini and you're feeling really enthusiastic and really excited about these next 7 months. And I'll make sure that video is linked to the end of this one if you haven't seen it. So, with this Mars and Gemini transit, I feel like, reading your comments and everything, you are just like so excited about these next 7 months. It's almost as if you're that horse jumping out of the gate, but then it's like you jump out of the gate and you're not sure exactly where you're going. It's a little bit like, okay, Gemini, you're very excited. Spirit's very happy for you and very excited for you. But it's like, okay, wait a minute. Don't go just racing out there. You also need a plan. You kind of like need to, put a little thought into it, because it says tread thoughtfully. Right? It's about like you have to have maybe a little bit more plan than you're thinking you do. Imagine being the first horse out of that gate, right? And you had the whole wide track. It's kind of like, okay, do I take the inside lane or do I stay in my lane? And I feel as if, because look, this is popping out for me, never ending story. Okay, so the scenario they're giving me is that, you get really excited about a new project that you want to start, a new business. Maybe you're thinking, because of this Mars and Gemini, it's all about words. I'm going to write a book. I'm probably going to write my book, or I'm going to start a YouTube channel or whatever. It's kind of like you get really all excited about it, but think about it in the past. What has happened when you get really excited and you just kind of like jump into it, like jumping into the pool, right? You jump right into it. But then I feel like you fizzle out because you don't have a plan. So you don't finish it. There's almost this energy of Gemini, you need to sit for a minute, keep your excitement, but sit for a minute and think out your plan, or else you're going to repeat past patterns of perhaps not finishing things. So just put some thought into that, whether this is, I feel like for a lot of you, this could even be like a new relationship coming in. You might be like so excited because it's maybe been a while, because I know from doing your readings, you haven't had a lot of new love coming in, right? But you get really excited. Wow, this is somebody I'm really kind of interested in them. So you jump into it, but it's kind of like you don't sit back and think, okay, I've worked on all of my healthy boundaries. I'm like reminding yourself of those healthy boundaries. Instead, it's kind of like, whoa, I'm so excited to, finally meet somebody, that you forget about your healthy boundaries. Okay, they're showing me happy in that very sloppy shuffle. So I think you are going to be happy, but look at this. Yeah, round and round, that's coming out. So we feel, once again, it's just about, okay, I'm going to think this out. I'm not going to get so excited. Wow, these cards really want to talk. I don't want to be so excited that I forget the plan. Yeah, well, one of the things about you, Gemini, that we all love about our Gemini friends, you do have so much enthusiasm, right? It's kind of like, it's not that that Spirit's asking you to squash your enthusiasm. It's keep the energy going, right? But just put a little thought into your plan. Wow. And I feel like this is right out of the bat. This could be a love coming in. Exchanging gifts. Somebody that is very balanced. Really, really lovely energy. So I feel like this is kind of just, this is a little bit of that motherly advice, I guess, from Spirit, saying, just to tread thoughtfully, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. This almost like, I'm getting goosebumps here. Yeah. Your spirit guides and angels, you have the sacred temple. I feel like somebody, significant could be coming in. Now, the other thing is, well, look, this could also be a business partner or, a really good new friend coming in. I think it's that energy because it's kind of like it's been a long time, maybe since you've had such a strong soul connection, whether it's romantic or partner or a friend. It's like, I'm so excited to have a friend or somebody that I can talk to. Yeah, wow. Oh my gosh, Gemini, this is amazing. Okay, Ace of Wands on the bottom. A fresh new start, new inspiration. New motivation, new excitement. The Ace of Wands is like one of those, like you get this burst of inspiration. You're like, wow, I got to go with that idea. But look at what's right next to it. Patience. It's kind of like, okay, hold your horses a little bit because the sun is, oh my gosh, this is something you have been manifesting, Gemini. It's coming in. So it's kind of like, don't overdo it. Oh, okay. I'm going to share this story for you. So I enjoy doing 5K runs. I'm not fast. Most of the time, somewhere along the way, I am walking, not running. Okay, so I'm no fanatic at all. But, I don't know if I've shared this story before. If I have, forgive me. But it's the last one that I do. I have a girlfriend, and we love to travel to do these 5Ks. She lives in a different city, so we get to meet up. So anyway, she is a much better runner than I am, and they have placed us right behind the elite runners, right? Okay, now she can maybe keep up with that group, but I cannot. And I said to my friend, I said, I can't be here. Like I need to go to the back of the line, not towards the front of the line, And she was like, no, it's okay. You can work your way to the side or something like that. And I was like, okay, and I had been kind of training. So I was like, she talked me into staying. Okay. Well, the race started. We're out of the gate, like the horses. Okay. We're out of the gate and they are running fast. And I am just, I'm not able to really keep up, but I was really trying to keep up. Right. And my friend always goes off, we meet up afterwards. She doesn't have to stay with me. So anyway, about a mile in, I'm kind of like really I was having trouble. I have a calf that gives me trouble and it really started. And then I was like, okay, I was not sure I was going to be able to finish the race, literally hobbled over the edge. Over the finish line. I did finish it, but it was really hobbling. It was a terrible last 2 miles of the race. But I was determined to finish. And I feel like that's this energy here. Like if I had really been patient and said, okay, the race starts, I'm all excited, I can do it. But then I realized right off the bat, no, I need to slow down. I need to run at my pace, not at the pace that everybody else had set. Then I probably would have finished the race. I did finish it, but I would have finished it much more in a much better mood, right? Because I was really in pain. So I feel like there's that message of almost like controlling your enthusiasm, so that you don't burn out. Because this, I'm going to tell you, Gemini, this leads to true happiness. So once again, it's about somebody coming in. I feel like there is, this energy of somebody either new coming in, or I'm not going to say it's like a past love or anything like that, but it could be a rekindling of, a business partnership, a friendship, somebody maybe that you did go out with, but it just wasn't the time or something like that. But there's this energy of, what I'm getting is, can we take another look? You see how they're actually turned away from each other, but they're looking at each other, their heads are turned. It's kind of like, can we take another look at this? I really like this energy. It's coming across to me very, very sweet. Not, and I feel almost as, for some of you, this could be a new love. What they're showing me is a new love. But your eyes kind of meet, like you're standing in line or you're in a restaurant or something like that, and your eyes kind of meet, and it's kind of like, I'm interested. Right? But in that moment, I think you also get really excited because it's kind of like, oh my goodness, this is a great new person. Now, if it's business, because I do feel like for some of you, it could be like a business partner or, somebody to collaborate with or something like that, a soul tribe member or something like that. It's kind of like you get really excited because maybe you go to coffee or something like that, like you're talking about a project you want to do together, or you have a meeting or something, you're like, this is so amazing, we're gonna do major things together, right? But once again, it's kind of like, don't burn yourself out. It's almost like you have this enthusiasm, but you're going to need it for a while, so don't use it all up in this first moment. It's about having the strength and the courage, right, to stay in your truth, to know that this is on your path for a reason, to make sure that you're giving to the situation, but you're also allowing this person to give. It's about not overgiving. It's about, having that give and take in this relationship. Truth be told, come to the edge. You have the full energy, being really, really open. Okay, you see how the owl has the window is kind of like over the heart space and is open and the love is coming out. Once again, it doesn't have to be romantic love, but it could be, but it's just your love for this project, this, for the experience that I think you are about to enter. You're just so excited. And Gemini, really, it's been so long, no matter what it is, you've just been through every single trial. So whether it's business, a career opportunity, a new person coming in, it doesn't matter. I feel like you are just so excited because it's like, oh my gosh, finally something is happening for me, So let's see what we have here. Yeah, okay, Page of Cups. Once again, it's this energy of, staying sweet, not coming in with the King of Cups, or even if it's business, it's kind of like, okay, I'm going in, almost a little bit like a childlike energy. I'm going in, but I'm not going forcefully in, because we have the Five of Cups. I think it's because the Ace of Wands is after that. It's kind of like, yeah, I've been in this energy so long, and then finally something new comes along, but it's about making sure that you don't overgive to this situation. Wow, that message just keeps coming out over and over again. Okay, so let's look at your obstacle or your area of resistance. Now remember, this is what you're working on. You will overcome during the month of September. Okay, so right off the bat, we have deception. Okay, now, the deception card is, a little bit, it could be, office politics in the background. It could be, people around you that are, maybe you're afraid that they're talking about you in some way. And then we have the deep knowing and the Two of Swords. So this is the energy that I'm getting, is that, down deep inside, that there, I think it's almost like there's something down deep inside of you is perhaps trying to look for deception or red flags in this situation. You're trying to determine, can I go forward in this? Okay, so what they're saying to me is it's like you come right out of the gate. You're really super excited. And then at the very first hurdle, okay, it's kind of like you want to put the brakes on it. Okay, so because you have had in the past certain situations, right, where you didn't watch for the red flags. That's what it is. You didn't watch for them because you were so excited. But I feel like you kind of get this obstacle. Something comes across, something's blocking it, the progress. And then all of a sudden you're kind of like, well, okay, I think I'm done. But it's part of it is because you have overgiven to this situation right from the beginning. It's almost as if I feel like it's some type of a partnership or relationship. You're so excited. You almost overgive to the situation. And once again, it could be like a project, a creative project, a book that you're wanting to write. But you put so much time and energy right into it, right from the very beginning, and you don't have a plan, right? So the first time you get some obstacle, you get writer's block, or, there's some hurdle that comes across the path. I don't think it's really deception. I think it's almost the sense that you're deceiving yourself because the very first obstacle you hit, it's kind of like, oh, okay, well then I'm done. It's something you don't want to quit, Gemini. I'm going to say that. We're going to look at that. It's something you don't want to quit. So it's about right from the beginning, making sure, for some of you, I think if you're trying to start a new business or you're trying to write that book or start a new project or something like that, it's about also making sure that you're taking good care of yourself, like you're not overdoing it. So, you suddenly get all inspired about writing your book and then you're spending 12 hours a day writing, but then you're not exercising, you're not eating healthy, you're not getting the sleep that you want, and then what happens is that, something comes along, you wake up one day and you have a terrible headache and you can't work that day or something like that. But it's not as if it's just the one day, then all of a sudden you're kind of like, well, that's it. I'm kind of done with this, because you had to take a day off. It's like it breaks your flow. That's what it is. It's kind of like something happens and it breaks your flow. So the pattern of behavior, because remember we have that pattern of behavior. The pattern of behavior is that you self-sabotage, you deceive yourself. Okay, because you put too much into it from the very beginning and then you run out of steam. It's kind of like you don't have the energy, the enthusiasm to finish it. It's like you burn up the whole wand on the first day or the first week, right? And then it's kind of like, well, I don't want to finish this. I can relate to that. It's because I think part of it is you're so excited at the beginning, but in that excitement, you may be doing the more fun stuff at the very beginning, and then suddenly you have to do some real work. Okay, so maybe you're writing a book, right? And the fun stuff is going out and buying the new computer and, talking it up with all your friends and you're all juiced up about writing this book. And then it's time to write it and you're kind of like, nope. I remember I wrote a book once. Nobody will ever read it. But when I first got started, I did not have an outline. My daughter's a very good writer and she was like, Mom, you have to have an outline. And I was like, oh, I don't need an outline. I'm so excited. I'm just going to write this book, right? And then I got into it like chapter 2 and then I didn't know where it was going. And she was like, go back and make the outline. I feel like that's part of this. You're so excited. You're not building that strong foundation from the very beginning. So you get up a couple of floors and then it's like, well, I can't go any farther because you don't have the blueprint for the whole, building. Because here is your advice. Okay, this is Gemini. This is why I'm kind of trying to talk this out to you, because look at what your advice is. This is what you have coming. The 10 of Cups, milk and honey, new beginnings, and 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups twice with a new beginning. This is going to bring you so much happiness and joy. It's like, I'm so excited for you, Gemini. And the only person that is going to deceive you from getting this is yourself. And it's all due to the fact, think about your past patterns of behavior. Have you used up, it's kind of like a race car. Okay, think about a race car. Like, maybe not a race car, but any car. You get better gas mileage, right? With a car. I'm not a big car person, but I think this is true. You get better gas mileage when you are at a stop and you take off, that you go into it slow. Even if you're going to go 100 miles per hour, but you take it up slow instead of just putting the pedal to the metal, right? And you just floor it and take off, right? I think that's true, that when you take off, even if you're going to end up going the same speed at some point, and you still are going to perhaps cross the finish line, right? But if you take it up a little bit slower, you're not going to use gas. Well, think about it. I think you may have a pattern of just flooring it at the very beginning, and then you run out of gas and you can't cross the finish line. Wow. I mean, I personally, I can see that in my own life. I get so excited with my home improvement projects, Yeah, and I go to the store and I buy stuff and I come home and then it's, I might paint a wall and then it's like, oh, I need a break, and then before I know it, I decide just that one wall. I'm just painting that one wall. It's an accent wall, I try to convince myself that that's what I wanted from the very beginning, that This is taking the time to really bring in completely 10 of Cups twice. I don't think I've ever had 10 of Cups twice. And it's with a new beginning. There's something new coming in and it's amazing. That's why you're so excited. You have the Ace of Wands twice. See? You have the Ace of Wands twice. This is like excitement 10 times. Seven of Wands on the bottom, having to stay on top of this. Yeah, see, I feel like somebody comes in, they have good news. You're getting the job, you're starting this new project, you get some inspiration, something is coming in, whatever that is, a romantic partner, something. But then look, your pattern of behavior is sabotaging yourself, The attachment here is that you're self-sabotaging. 7 of Swords. And I really and truly feel like it's because you are putting all your time and energy into this, like overload, right? At the very beginning of this. And then you run out of gas. And then it's kind of like you can't reach the 10 of Cups. So I really feel like your spirit guides and angels are saying, okay, it's like they're sitting down with you and they're saying, Gemini, there's this really amazing thing, new thing coming in. It's really, really amazing. But let's look at the past and how perhaps some great things came on your path in the past, but then you weren't able to cross the finish line. And the reason is, and I think the reason may be that you just, you put too much of yourself in it from the very beginning. You didn't allow other people to help you with it, or you didn't allow the universe to help you. You just like gung-ho all the way, but then you ran out of gas. So let's see. To where does my soul want to travel? Interesting. When we travel, we grow. We open up our little worlds to more adventure, thrills, patience, understanding, trust, and oneness. Our hearts and minds expand and our desires are satisfied. Where is your soul calling you to visit? And then, it goes on to about, choosing a place to visit and then putting action into it, creating a Pinterest board or, start searching on travel sites for the best restaurants, anything. Oh my goodness. Thank you. They're telling me, yes, if you wanted to go travel somewhere, right? And it doesn't have to be a place that you're traveling to. It could be love that you're trying to bring in. It could be a new job. It could be a new career you want to start, a book that you want, right? But what is the key here is about putting the plan into action. It's like creating the plan. It's like when I didn't create an outline and my daughter said, you have to go back and start over again. I didn't have to start from scratch, but I had to go back and think about the big picture. What is this 10 of Cups? Gemini, what is your 10 of Cups? What is it that you're trying to manifest into your life? Making a vision board, a Pinterest board, searching, doing internet searches, researching it, right? It's about all of this is also part of how you bring it in. In the past, I have to admit, like when I'm decorating rooms, sometimes I know exactly what I want, but it's all up in my head, I go to the paint store and I want this color that's kind of like between a periwinkle and a sky blue. And they look at me like, what are you talking about, right? And it's kind of like that. It's kind of like, no, you have to go over there and look at the paint swatches and pick out the color that you want. And you have to, have some kind of a picture, a diagram, something in mind of what it is that you want. And then because this is, oh my goodness, if you know this, then I would really do like a Pinterest board or something like that, because that keeps coming up. But it's kind of like, because I feel like when you get onto this path, you're going to be really passionate, inspired. You're going to be wanting to do this. And then as hurdles or distractions come onto your path, it's Gemini, go look at this. Keep your eyes on this, right? Go back to the plan. When things start, happening and things get crazy, because I feel like you have something crazy big coming in, right? Your last 3 or 4 readings have been about that. But if you don't have the plan in place, then when you get into the middle of all of this excitement, it's kind of like going to, blow up in your face because you don't have the plan. You don't have the outline for the book. Really very, very interesting. Very interesting. So go work on your plan, Gemini. Get your vision board going, and then really kind of what, you don't have to have all the little details, but what are kind of some of the steps that you may need to take in order for this to come into your life, taking the actions, because it's coming. And when it comes, it's going to be big. It is going to be big. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Gemini, I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below, and I'd be so honored to do a reading for you. And I really appreciate all of your support through like, comments, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Enjoy your journey. We're here to enjoy it, so please enjoy your journey. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.